Important safety information. This video is intended to supplement the personalized training provided by your healthcare team and a certified Animas insulin pump trainer. Do not connect to the pump without your trainer present.
Congratulations on selecting the One-Touch Ping system to help manage your diabetes. Your system combines the functionality of the Animas insulin pump with the One-Touch blood glucose meter. The devices can be used individually, or the One-Touch Ping meter can be used to remotely access many pump functions. We know this is a major step for you and your family, so take the training process slowly. Work closely with your healthcare team and enjoy yourself as you make the jump to the pump. The purpose of this orientation is to introduce you to the basic operations of your One-Touch Ping system. There are 3 sections to this orientation video. Section 1 will review the insulin pump. Section 2 covers the meter. Section 3 will provide information on using the 2 devices together as a system via the radio frequency or RF communication. Welcome to the overview for the insulin pump. First, we will review how the buttons on the pump work. There are 3 buttons on the front of the pump: an up arrow, a down arrow, the OK button, and this one on the top adjusts the contrast. Let's begin by inserting the battery. Using a coin, unscrew the battery cap. Insert the battery into the pump, with the positive end going in first. Attach the battery cap. Be sure the cap is securely attached. You should not see the colored O-ring. The O-ring is what seals the compartment and keeps it waterproof. The battery cap should be replaced every 6 months so that a new O-ring is used. If your pump is frequently exposed to water when swimming or bathing, or you work in a dusty environment, change your battery cap with O-ring every 3 months. You can call Animas' customer support to order a replacement battery cap. Each time you change the battery, the pump will run a self-test sequence. An all-black screen with an hourglass symbol will appear, followed by the Verify screen. Your pump will give a beep to alert you to verify the information on the screen is correct. You can set the date and time, language, and battery type on this screen. Be sure the battery type says lithium if you're using the lithium battery. Make sure the time is set, or the pump won't let you confirm this screen. When you verify that the information is correct, use the down arrow button to scroll to confirm and press OK. If the active basal program is empty, as in the case the first time you use your pump, the pump will alert you. Since we're not ready to program a basal rate just now, make sure Confirm is highlighted and press OK. The home screen is displayed. The home screen shows the time, a battery life indicator, the current basal delivery rate, and the amount of insulin remaining in your cartridge. There are 3 contrast levels you can choose by pressing this button: dim, the default setting, and bright. To conserve battery life, there is an auto-dim feature built in. If no buttons are pressed in a certain time, the display will automatically dim. To return to the default contrast setting, press this button on top. If auto-dimming occurs while you're programming, pressing up, down, or OK will restore the default contrast, as well as activate the programming function. Auto-dimming starts at half the time you have set your display timeout. So if your pump display timeout is set to 30 seconds, the auto-dim feature will begin at 15 seconds. To extend the display timeout setting, please refer to your owner's booklet. Before we continue with the basic programming, we'll show you how to fill the cartridge and insert it into the pump. Open the disposable cartridge pouch. Each disposable cartridge pouch contains a cartridge and protective cap, a filling needle with cover, and a blue plunger handle to assist in filling the cartridge. Have a vial of insulin at room temperature to lessen the chance of air bubbles. Now attach the blue plunger handle to the cartridge. It will snap into place. Move the plunger back and forth 2 or 3 times. This is called cycling the plunger. Be careful not to twist the plunger while you're cycling, and don't cycle any more than 2 or 3 times. Attach the filling needle and tighten by turning in a clockwise motion. Make sure it has a snug fit. Pull the plunger all the way back to allow a maximum volume of air in the cartridge. Remove the cover from the needle and make sure the needle does not touch anything. Now fill the cartridge. Practice using saline until you are comfortable. Place the insulin vial on a flat, stable surface like this tabletop. Clean the top of the vial with an alcohol wipe. Then carefully insert the filling needle vertically through the top of the insulin vial. Push the plunger in all the way to push the air into the vial. Hold the plunger in place and turn the vial upside down with the needle pointing up. Release the plunger and very slowly pull it all the way back to fill the cartridge. Be careful not to pull the plunger all the way out of the cartridge. It is also very important to keep the tip of the needle completely submerged in the insulin while filling the cartridge. You do not want to draw air into the cartridge instead of insulin. If air bubbles form in the cartridge, tap it gently on the side like this to move the bubbles towards the neck, and then push on the plunger to force the air bubble into the vial. Then pull the plunger back down to the desired volume of insulin. Now remove it from the vial and replace the needle cover carefully. Use a scooping motion like this to avoid accidental needle sticks. Turn counterclockwise to remove the filling needle. Place the protective cap securely on the cartridge tip. Remove the blue plunger handle and discard it. Be sure the protective cap is securely attached to the top of the cartridge and set aside. Let's review the main points. Start by cycling the plunger 2 or 3 times, but don't overcycle it. When filling the insulin cartridge, do not draw in air. Be sure the tip of the needle remains fully submerged in the insulin at all times. Check the insulin cartridge thoroughly for air bubbles, and be sure the protective cap is on firmly. Now you'll learn how to attach the infusion set to the cartridge and prime the pump. Open the infusion set package with the tubing. Unscrew the cartridge compartment cap from the pump. If your infusion set has a cap on the lure connection, remove it too. Thread the lure connector through the top opening of the cartridge compartment cap. Remove the cap from the filled cartridge tip and attach the infusion set to the cartridge. Make sure it's finger tight. Set the cartridge and infusion set assembly aside. Important: never rewind the pump. Load the cartridge or prime your infusion set while connected. Now you're ready to prime the pump and insert the cartridge. Remember, always disconnect from the pump when using the prime rewind feature. Press any button to wake up your pump. Press OK to confirm the alert screen, reminding you that no basal program has been set. On the home screen, Menu is highlighted. Press OK. From the main menu, select Prime Rewind. The Easy Prime menu is displayed with Rewind highlighted. Press OK. Scroll up to Go Rewind and press OK. Before starting the rewind, the pump will vibrate to perform a self-test. The pump will rewind the piston. When it's finished, it will give you a little beep to let you know you're ready for the next step. Now you can load the cartridge. Insert the cartridge into the cartridge compartment and attach the cap, making sure it's secure. Continue is highlighted. Press OK. The pump will now align the piston with the cartridge you just inserted and will beep when the piston is in place. Remove the protective cover from the infusion set connector so you can see when drops come out the end. Remember, if the screen times out, simply go to the main menu and select Prime Rewind and press OK. Then scroll to Prime and press OK. From the Prime screen, Continue is highlighted. Press OK. The Deliver Prime screen is displayed. Go Prime is highlighted. Press and hold the OK button until you see 5 drops come out the end of the tubing. Now your tubing is primed. The Priming Done screen is displayed and shows the amount of insulin used to prime the tubing and the amount remaining in the cartridge. Put the protective cap on the infusion set. The Easy Prime menu is displayed. The last step of the priming process is to fill the cannula. We'll cover the fill cannula step later on when we discuss inserting the infusion set. Remember, anytime you put a new cartridge into the pump, or even unscrew the cartridge cap, you have to prime the pump. Priming makes sure that the tubing is filled with insulin rather than air. If you don't prime the pump first, you'll receive a message that says, "Delivery halted, no prime."
The one-touch ping insulin pump only uses Animas cartridges. Do not use any other cartridges with the pump.
Now let's learn how to program the pump. If you do not press any buttons for a while, the screen will go blank to conserve battery life. This is called sleep mode. You can press any button to wake up your pump. When you wake up your pump, the first screen you see is the home screen. As discussed, it shows the time, a battery life indicator, the current basal delivery rate, and the amount of insulin remaining in your cartridge. Even though you checked the time and date when you put the battery in, you need to know how to adjust these settings in the event of travel and time zone changes or daylight saving time. It's important to have the time and date set correctly because the basal rate delivered by the pump is matched to the time of day. So let's take a look at how to change the date and time. On the home screen, Menu is highlighted. Press the OK button to go to the main menu. From the main menu, scroll down to Setup and press OK. Remember, you must always press OK to confirm your selection or entry. Scroll up to Time Date and press OK. The hour field is highlighted. Press OK to activate the flashing cursor, which indicates edit mode. Use the up or down arrows to change the hour to the current time. Then press OK. The minutes field is now highlighted. Press OK to change to flashing cursor for edit mode. Set the minutes by using the up and down arrows. Then press OK and you're done. Don't forget to check that the AM/PM setting is correct. Now let's set the date. The month field is highlighted. Press OK to activate edit mode. Use the up-down arrows to change to the correct month. Press OK. The day field is highlighted. Press OK to activate edit mode. Use the up-down arrows to change to the correct day of the month. Press OK. The year field is highlighted. Press OK to activate edit mode. Use the up-down arrows to change to the current year. Press OK. By now, you should understand the basics of the way the buttons on the front of your pump work. The up and down arrows are used to scroll to highlight selections and to enter values when the edit mode is activated. The OK button confirms a selection and activates functions such as the edit mode or bolus delivery. Now you'll learn how to set up the sounds on your pump. From the Setup menu, you can set the volume level you want, select vibrate mode, or turn the sound off. Due to safety regulations, not all sounds can be turned off. You may want to consider using a higher volume for sounds when you're sleeping. From the main menu, highlight Setup and press OK to select. The Setup menu is displayed. Scroll up to Sound and press OK to select. Let's change the normal bolus sound setting to medium volume. On the Setup Sound menu, the normal bolus sound field is highlighted. Press OK to activate edit mode, indicated by the flashing cursor. Use the down arrow to change the volume to medium. Press OK to confirm your setting. We'll leave the audio bolus, remote bolus, and temp basal sounds set as they are from the factory. Scroll down to highlight Next Menu and press OK. This sound menu is where you can adjust the settings for alerts, reminders, warnings, and alarms. Let's set the alert sound to medium volume. Press OK to activate the edit mode and use the down arrow to change the setting to medium. Press OK to confirm your setting. Scroll down to highlight Main Menu and press OK. Your pump delivers insulin two ways. The bolus dose is given to cover carbohydrates eaten and to correct for high blood glucose. The basal rate is a very small amount of insulin that is delivered continuously to keep your blood sugar stabilized between meals. Let's first learn how to program and deliver a normal bolus. As I mentioned earlier, the bolus feature is used to cover food eaten or to correct a high blood glucose. Make sure that you use the insulin to carbohydrate formula and correction factor that were specified by your healthcare team. Press any button to wake up the pump to display the home screen. Menu is highlighted. Press OK to select. On the main menu, Bolus is highlighted. Press OK. The bolus amount field is highlighted and the cursor is flashing to indicate you're in edit mode. Use the up-down arrows to program in a bolus amount. Press OK. Go is highlighted. Press OK to deliver the bolus. The display shows delivering. It's that easy. You will hear a beep when the bolus delivery begins and one when it ends. There's an even quicker way to program and deliver a normal bolus. It's called Easy Bolus. Let's take a look at how it works. This button on the side is a shortcut to the normal bolus screen. Easy Bolus only works if you don't have Audio Bolus turned on. We'll go through using the Audio Bolus feature and other advanced features later. To use Easy Bolus, simply press this button on the side once. The normal bolus screen appears, ready for an immediate bolus amount to be entered. Once the amount is entered, press OK. Go is highlighted. Press OK to deliver. It's a quick way to give a normal bolus. Remember, Easy Bolus only works if Audio Bolus is not turned on. Now you're ready to set up your first basal program. Your basal rate is the smaller amount of insulin delivered continuously to keep your blood glucose stable between meals. Your basal rates may vary throughout the day, so you'll need to discuss your specific settings with your healthcare team. The pump can display up to 4 different basal programs, and each program can store up to 12 different basal segments. Here's how you set your basal rate. From the main menu, scroll to highlight Basal and press OK to select. The Basal menu is displayed. Since we haven't set up the pump to display all 4 basal programs, you will see 2 options, Temp and A1 Weekday, which is the currently active program. You know this is the active program 2 ways. The A on the left indicates active, and the program name, Weekday, is in all capital letters. Scroll to highlight Weekday. Press OK to select. The Basal Options screen is displayed. This screen shows the total amount programmed for a 24-hour period and options for Clear, Edit, Review, and Go. Edit is highlighted. Press OK to select this option. The Edit Basal screen is displayed, and the first segment is highlighted. All basal programs start at midnight. Press OK to activate Edit mode so you can enter your first basal segment rate. Use the up and down arrows to set this first segment at 0.025 units per hour. Remember, your healthcare team will give you the basal rates that are correct for you. Once you have the first segment set to 0.025, press OK to confirm. The segment will now show the entry you just made. Use the down arrow to scroll to the next segment. You can set up to 12 segments in a 24-hour period. Additional blank segment fields will automatically appear as you continue basal programming. Let's set the start time of the next segment to 1:30 a.m. With the time segment highlighted, press OK to activate your flashing cursor so you know you can edit. Use the up arrow to set the start time to 1:30 a.m. Be sure it's set to 1:30 a.m. and not p.m. Press OK to confirm. Notice how the next blank segment appears? Use the down arrow to move to the units per hour field and press OK to activate edit mode. We'll set this basal segment rate to 0.075 units per hour using the up arrow. Press OK to confirm this setting. To exit the Edit Basal screen, make sure the cursor is not flashing and use the up or down arrow to scroll to Save, Review. Press OK. When you exit the Edit Basal screen, the Basal Options screen is once again displayed with Review highlighted. Press OK and review the settings you've made. If you've programmed more than 5 basal segments, use the down arrow to scroll to highlight Next and press OK to see the rest of the programmed segments. When you've finished reviewing, scroll to highlight Options and press OK.
The pump automatically suspends the active basal program while you're in the Edit Basal screen. Once you exit the Edit Basal screen, the active program is automatically resumed.
To clear all the segments in a basal program, select the desired program from Basal menu and press OK. On the Basal Options screen, scroll to highlight Clear. Press OK if you wish to clear all the program segments. An alert will ask you to confirm that you want to clear the basal program. If you do clear the program, a pop-up screen will appear, letting you know your active basal program is now empty. Press OK to confirm or select Basal menu to reprogram your basal rates. You can also activate an inactive program from the Basal Options screen by selecting Go. We'll go over this later when we talk about advanced features. Important points to remember about basal programs are: each basal program covers a full 24-hour period. Each program can contain from 1 to 12 different segments. Segment 1 starts at midnight. Each segment ends at the begin time for the next segment that you set. The last segment, by default, will end at midnight. Temporarily decreasing your basal rate can be helpful for those times when you change your activity level for short periods of time, such as working in the yard or exercising. You can also use this feature to increase your basal delivery rate if you are sick. The Temp Basal feature allows you to adjust your active basal program up or down by the percentage you need and for the duration you choose. Your healthcare team will help you set up guidelines for exercise and sick days that are right for you. To program a temporary basal rate, go to the main menu and highlight Basal. Press OK. The Basal menu is displayed and Temp is highlighted. Press OK. The Temp Basal screen is displayed and the percentage change field is flashing to indicate edit mode is active. Use the down arrow to decrease the basal rate by 40%. Press OK. The duration field is highlighted. Press OK to activate edit mode. Use the down arrow to set the duration for 2 hours. Press OK. Go is highlighted. Press OK to activate. Anytime you set a decreased temp basal, an alert screen will display to remind you that the lowest basal rate the pump can deliver is 0.025 units per hour. So even if your basal rate is set to 0.025 and you decrease it with temp basal, the pump will not deliver less than 0.025 units per hour. This alert is automatically displayed for a few seconds. The home screen is then displayed and tells you the temp basal is active, shows the percentage plus or minus that you set, shows the total duration, and how much time is left. To cancel a temp basal rate before the end of the set duration and return to the regular active basal delivery, select Temp Basal from the Basal menu and scroll to cancel. Press OK. Let's review the temporary basal feature. The Temp Basal feature allows you to increase the basal rate of your active program by up to 200%, decrease it by as much as 90%, or temporarily stop delivery. You can set the duration anywhere from 30 minutes to 24 hours. If you've turned on the Temp Basal sound in the Setup menu, the pump will beep or vibrate once every 30 minutes to remind you that you have a Temp Basal active. When the duration is over, the pump automatically switches back to the basal rate of your active program. Cancel a Temp Basal program by going to Temp Basal from the Basal menu and selecting Cancel, or by placing your pump in Suspend. To suspend your pump's delivery, go to the main menu and scroll to Suspend Resume. Press OK. The Suspend menu shows Suspend highlighted. Press OK to suspend all deliveries. Whenever you suspend your pump, an alert will appear to remind you that all deliveries have been suspended, including any combo bolus or temp basal that may have been active. The home screen will also tell you the pump is suspended. To resume deliveries, go to the main menu, select Suspend Resume, and press OK. Resume is highlighted. Press OK to resume delivery. Some of the other selections available from the main menu include History and Status screens. History keeps track of important information in your pump's memory. You can see the last 500 bolus records, 120 total daily dose records, 30 alarms, 60 primes, 30 suspends, and 270 basal records with times and dates. The Status feature gives you easy access to a summary of your pump's current and most recent programming, including which basal program is active, most recent boluses, today's deliveries, and the software revision your pump is using. You can also access status screens from the home screen. Just use the up arrow to highlight status and press OK. Now that we've covered the basics, let's talk about advanced features.
Consult with your healthcare team before using advanced features.
We'll start with audio bolus. This feature is useful if you wear your pump under your clothing and want to give a bolus without looking at the screen. First, you need to set up and activate the audio bolus feature. When you are first using the audio bolus feature, you should always look at the screen while programming until you are completely comfortable with using audio feedback only. From the main menu, go to Setup. Advanced is highlighted. Press OK. The Setup Advanced Screen 1 is for audio bolus. Scroll up to the Enable field and press OK to activate Edit Mode. Use the up arrow to turn the feature on. Press OK. The delivery step size is highlighted. Press OK to activate Edit Mode. You can select a tenth of a unit, a half unit, 1 unit, or a 5-unit step size. Your healthcare team will recommend the step size that's best for you. Let's set the step size to 0.5 units. Press OK. Home is highlighted. Press OK. When you program an audio bolus, the pump will remind you of the step size you've selected by beeps. It will beep once to indicate a tenth of a unit step size, twice for half a unit, 3 times for 1 unit, and 4 times for a 5-unit step size. Now let's practice giving an audio bolus. Press the audio bolus button on the side of the pump. Since the step size is a half a unit, the pump will beep twice. Now press the button 1 time for each step size. If you want to give a 2.5 unit audio bolus and the step size is set to half a unit, you press the audio bolus button 5 times. In 5 seconds, the pump will play back the number of button presses you programmed. Then the pump will beep twice to ask you to confirm the amount is correct. Press the audio bolus button within 5 seconds to confirm and deliver the bolus. You'll hear 2 confirmation beeps and the bolus will be delivered. If you have the normal bolus sound turned on, the pump will give an additional beep when delivery begins and once it's finished. Now let's activate the advanced bolus features, including Easy Carb and Easy BG. From the main menu, select Setup. Advanced is highlighted on the Setup menu. Press OK. Next is highlighted on the Setup Advanced Screen 1. Press OK to go to Screen 2. Scroll up to Advanced Bolus and press OK to activate Edit Mode. Use the up arrow to turn this feature on. Press OK. Scroll down to Next and press OK. Continue to press OK to move to subsequent Setup Advanced screens until you reach number 7, Insulin to Carb Ratios, ISF, and BG targets. Scroll up to highlight Insulin to Carb Ratios and press OK. The first time slot always starts at midnight and cannot be changed. Scroll up to highlight the grams of carb field. Press OK to activate Edit Mode. Enter your insulin to carb ratio for that time of day and press OK. The page forward arrow is highlighted. Press OK to move to the next time slot. Scroll up to highlight the time. Press OK to activate Edit Mode. Enter the desired time. Press OK. The carb field is highlighted. Press OK to activate Edit Mode. Change the insulin to carb ratio as before. Repeat for the number of time slots you use. You can set up to 12 insulin to carb ratios in a 24-hour period. When finished, select Done to return to Setup Advanced Screen 7. Set your insulin sensitivity factors and target BG ranges the same way, starting at Setup Advanced Screen 7.
Consult with your healthcare team about the timing and values for insulin to carb ratios, insulin sensitivity factors, and BG target ranges that are right for you. Using incorrect personal settings can result in the wrong insulin dosage calculation.
With Easy Carb, you can manually enter the grams of carb you're eating, and the pump will calculate your bolus dose using the insulin to carb ratios you entered. Now we're ready to practice using the Easy Carb feature. From the main menu, select Bolus and press OK. Scroll to Easy Carb and press OK. The Carbs field is highlighted and the cursor is flashing so you can immediately enter the number of grams of carb. Enter the grams of carb for your food and press OK. Add BG is highlighted. Check that the insulin to carb ratio is correct. If it is, press OK with Add BG highlighted. The BG Correct screen is displayed and the actual BG field is flashing. Let's enter a BG above target range in the actual field and press OK. Show Result is highlighted. Check that your target BG and ISF are correct and press OK with Show Result highlighted. The bolus total screen shows the number of units suggested for the carb amount and BG reading entered. Double check that it's correct and use the up arrow key to enter the bolus amount. Press OK. Go is highlighted. Press OK to deliver the Easy Carb bolus. You can also give a correction bolus from the bolus menu. It's called the Easy BG. This feature allows you to enter a high blood glucose, and the pump will calculate a correction bolus for you.
Consult your healthcare team for your personal BG target ranges and insulin sensitivity factors.
From the bolus menu, scroll to Easy BG and press OK. Enter a BG above target range in the actual field and press OK. Show Result is highlighted. Press OK. The Easy BG Total screen is displayed with the suggested bolus amount shown. Use the up arrow key to enter the bolus amount. Press OK. Go is highlighted. Press OK to deliver. If you enter an actual BG reading of less than 3.9 or greater than 13.9, the pump will pop up an alert letting you know your BG is low or high. Follow your healthcare team's guidelines for treating high and low BGs. To confirm this alert and return to the Easy BG Bolus screen, press OK. Now we'll demonstrate the Combo Bolus feature. This feature lets you split your bolus delivery. You can program part of your bolus to be given immediately, a normal bolus, and the rest can be delivered over a period of time, called an extended bolus. A combo bolus is useful for high-fat meals, if you're eating over a long period of time, or if you have delayed digestion due to gastroparesis.
Consult your healthcare team for your personal combo bolus settings.
From the Bolus menu, scroll to Combo Bolus and press OK. Enter the total amount of the bolus and press OK. Scroll up to the Duration field and press OK. Enter the duration for the extended portion of your combo bolus and press OK. Scroll up to the Percentage field. Press OK. Use the up-down arrows to enter the amount you want delivered now as a normal bolus and the amount you want delivered as an extended bolus. Press OK. Go is highlighted. Press OK. The normal portion of the bolus will be delivered right away, and the extended portion will be delivered over the length of time you set for the duration. To cancel a combo bolus, go to the Combo Bolus screen and select Cancel. Press OK. The Insulin on Board feature enables the pump to constantly track the amount of bolus insulin still active in your body. Even with rapid-acting insulin, your body takes some time to use the entire bolus amount. For example, if you give a bolus for lunch and test 2 hours later, your blood glucose may still be high. Before you give a correction bolus, it is important to take into consideration the amount of insulin still active from your lunchtime bolus. With this feature, your pump will track the unused insulin still in your system, or as we call it, insulin on board. When you use the BG Bolus features, your pump will calculate a reduced bolus amount based on your personal settings. This can help avoid stacking of insulin, which can cause hypoglycemia. Many factors can affect the action time of insulin for each individual.
Consult your healthcare team for your personal insulin onboard settings.
Turn on the Insulin on Board feature by going to the Advanced Setup screens. Scroll to Screen 8. Scroll up to turn the feature on, and then scroll to the Duration field. Select the duration as recommended by your healthcare team. Press OK.
Your pump constantly tracks insulin on board, so when you turn the feature on, any unused bolus insulin will already be in the pump's memory.
When you enter a BG bolus amount and there is insulin on board, your pump will show a reduced bolus amount or may recommend that no bolus be given. Now let's see an example of how the IOB feature works. Let's go to the Easy BG screen and enter an above target range blood glucose. Press OK. Check that the target amount and insulin sensitivity factor are correct. With Show Result highlighted, press OK. Easy BG Total screen is displayed and shows the amount of insulin on board and a suggested reduced correction bolus amount. Use the up arrow to enter the amount you wish to bolus for the correction and press OK to deliver. If you add a BG when using the Easy Carb feature with insulin on board, the bolus calculator will show the amount of insulin on board and the reduced bolus amount. Here's an example. Program in an easy carb bolus. Scroll to add BG and press OK. Enter an above target BG. With Show Result highlighted, press OK. The bolus total screen is displayed, and the amount of IOB is shown and is taken into account. Your pump also has a handy reminders feature. This allows you to program reminders for different times of day, just like an alarm clock. You can also program a reminder to check your BG at a certain amount of time after a bolus. Let's take a look at how to turn the reminders feature on. First, go to the main menu and select Setup. Advanced is highlighted. Press OK to select. Go to the Setup Advanced screen too. Scroll to Reminders and turn the feature on. Press OK to return to the home screen. To set the reminders, go to the Bolus menu and select Reminders. Reminders 1 and 2 work like an alarm clock. Simply scroll up to turn on the reminder and set the time you wish to be alerted. The BG check can be set to remind you to check your blood sugar after boluses. To set the BG check reminder, turn it on and select the amount of time after a bolus that you want to be reminded to check your blood sugar. When this feature is turned on, you will have the option of changing the BG check reminder each time you bolus. Now we'll go over the bolus delivery speed setting. From the main menu, select Setup, then select Advanced. To set the delivery speed to normal or slow, go to the Advanced Setup screen too. Scroll to Delivery Speed and change the setting for bolus delivery speed as desired. Your Animas pump can display either 1 or 4 basal programs. Using multiple basal programs can be useful for different reasons. For instance, if your activity level during the week is different than the weekend, if you switch shifts at work or during menstruation, you can have alternate basal programs already set up and easily switch to accommodate your lifestyle. Be sure to check with your healthcare team before using multiple basal programs. From the main menu, go to Setup. Advanced is highlighted. Press OK to select. From the Advanced Setup screen too, scroll to Basal Program and change it to Display 4. Scroll to Home and press OK. Now when you go to the Basal menu, all 4 Basal program options are shown. Remember, the active program is designated by capital letters and an A for active. To activate an alternate basal program, select the desired program and press OK. The Basal Options screen is displayed. Scroll to Go and press OK.
Consult with your healthcare team before using multiple basal programs.
Now we're ready to discuss inserting the infusion set. There are a variety of places you can use, including your abdomen, upper buttocks, upper and outer arms, or the outer thighs. You'll generally wear the set for 2 or 3 days before changing it. You'll need to move the site a couple of inches from the previous site each time you change it. Consult your healthcare team about how to select an infusion site.
Do not insert an infusion set into your body until you have been trained by your pump trainer.
Before applying an infusion set, thoroughly wash your hands. Clean and dry the skin where the infusion set will be inserted. Pull the red tape to remove the seal. Pull off the sterile paper. Do not touch the spring at this stage. Hold the lined indentations on each side of the insertion device with one hand and pull the lid off with the other hand. Place fingers on lined indentations on each side. With your index finger, pull the spring back until you hear a click. The needle protector is automatically lifted up. Be sure not to touch or bend the needle. Immediately before insertion, carefully bend back the needle protector and remove it. Part of the adhesive on the back of the paper will automatically be removed at this step. Be sure the tape is not stuck on the introducer needle. Position the inset 30 with the insertion device legs level on the skin. Place fingers on the top and bottom circles and press once to insert the inset 30. Put your finger gently on the clear window while removing the insertion device and introducer needle. Gently pull it straight back. Secure the cannula with one finger on the clear window. Carefully remove the backing paper under the cannula housing as shown. Massage the adhesive thoroughly onto the skin. Put the lid back on the insertion device for disposal. As we covered earlier, the next step is to remove the infusion set tubing from the package. Remove the protective cap from the connector needle by squeezing at the finger ridges and pulling off the cap. Prime the infusion set tubing until 5 drops appear. Be sure to check the infusion set tubing for any air bubbles. Insert the connector needle into the cannula housing until you hear a click. Before applying an infusion set, thoroughly wash your hands. Clean and dry the skin where the infusion set will be inserted. To begin, pull the red tape to remove the plastic seal. Remove the paper covering by lifting the side flap and pull down. Remove the lid by pressing the dots on the sides of the infusion set and lifting up the lid at the same time. Unwind the tubing carefully. As shown previously, thread the infusion set tubing through the cartridge cap. Then follow the rewind, load, and priming sequence until 5 drops appear. Be sure to check the infusion set tubing for any air bubbles. Remove the adhesive backing paper. Load the insertion device by pressing the lined indentations on each side and pulling the spring up until you hear a click. Remove the needle guard. Insert infusion set by pressing on the round indentations on each side of the insertion device. Secure adhesive by pressing gently in the middle of the insertion device. Grasp the center of device and pull back to remove the introducer needle. Place the lid back onto the insertion device for disposal. Each time you insert a new infusion set, you will need to fill the cannula underneath the skin with the amount of insulin recommended by the infusion set manufacturer. The amounts can be found in the instructions for use included with your infusion set.
Follow the instructions that were included in your infusion set box on how to insert the set. Cannula filling amounts are not the same for all infusion sets. Consult the instructions for use provided with your infusion set for the correct cannula fill amount.
To use the Fill Cannula feature, go to the Easy Prime menu on the insulin pump and scroll to Fill Cannula. Press OK to select. Enter the amount recommended for the infusion set you are using. We will now review the Locked and Unlock feature on the pump. This feature locks the pump buttons to prevent an accidental pressing of them. To lock the pump, first wake up the pump. Then press and hold the up arrow and down arrow buttons at the same time for a few seconds until the screen indicates locked. To unlock, wake up the pump. The screen will indicate locked. Then press and hold the up and down arrow buttons at the same time for a few seconds. As you know, your pump is battery powered, and batteries run down over time. Once your battery power runs down, the pump will give you a message that says warning, low battery. At that point, you have at least 30 minutes to replace the battery. It may last a little longer if you don't use features that require a lot of power, such as having the contrast set to the brightest setting and vibrate mode. If you let the battery run out completely, the pump will give you a message that says "Alarm, replace battery," at which point the pump won't have enough power to deliver any insulin, so the battery must be replaced immediately. Your pump uses power to display warnings and alarms. If you don't confirm a warning or alarm, your pump may skip the low battery warning and go straight to the replace battery alarm, or the battery life may end before you see the replace battery alarm. Remember, to keep your pump waterproof, it is recommended that you replace the battery cap with O-ring every 6 months. If your pump is frequently exposed to water while swimming or bathing, or if you work in a dusty environment, change it every 3 months. Call Animas to order additional supplies.
Animas provides technical support 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So whenever you have a question about how your pump works, call Animas to speak with a representative. This concludes your orientation of the one-touch ping pump. You can practice some more, so you'll have an easier time during your formal training with your certified one-touch ping pump trainer. The next sections cover using your one-touch ping meter remote and using the pump and meter together as a system. I'm confident that very soon you're going to start enjoying improved blood glucose control and more freedom and flexibility in your lifestyle.